You know, whenever rivals India and Pakistan meet in a championship final, the stakes are just sky high. Today, we're going to break down the 2025 Under-19 Asia Cup Final, a match that turned into an absolute spectacle of pure dominance. So let's get right into how this incredible final all went down. But first, let's start with a big question, one that really frames this whole story. In a game with 22 players, all this strategy, all this teamwork, can one person with one incredible performance really decide the whole thing? Just keep that question in the back of your mind as we go through this. Okay, so let's set the scene. We're at the ICC Academy ground in Dubai. The date is December 21st, 2025. And the prize? The U19 Asia Cup. It doesn't get much bigger than this. Two massive rivals, ready for a classic showdown. All right, so the first big move of the day comes right at the toss. India's captain calls it right, and he decides to field first. Now, the thinking here is pretty straightforward. Get your bowlers out there, keep the score down, and then you know exactly what you need to chase. So Pakistan is put into bat. And well, this is where the entire game was just completely turned on its head. It was all thanks to a total masterclass from one single player. An innings that, honestly, would go on to define this entire championship. So Pakistan's batting starts off pretty confidently, but it became obvious really fast that one guy was just playing a different game. He absolutely stole the show. And his name? Sameer Minhas. And this number says it all. 172. Just let that sink in for a second. In a high-pressure final against your biggest rival, a score like that is it's almost unheard of. It is an absolutely breathtaking performance for any cricketer, let alone someone at the U19 level. Wow. And just look at how he did it. 172 runs off only 113 balls. That is an insane strike rate. He was scoring way faster than a run a ball. And the reports say it wasn't just about hitting hard. It was this perfect mix of pure power and just beautiful timing. This innings wasn't just a fun highlight reel. It was the entire backbone of Pakistan's massive score. And this quote from the commentary just nails it, doesn't it? Sameer Minhas took charge and blasted his way through India's U19 attack. See, he wasn't just scoring runs, he was completely, systematically dismantling India's entire bowling strategy. So that one incredible performance launched the entire team to this just colossal score. Pakistan ends their 50 overs with 347 on the board. In a final, a score like that isn't just a challenge, it's designed to mentally crush the other team before they even pick up a bat. So, the big question is, how did India respond, right? Well, with a score that massive staring them down, they were left with, and there's no other way to put it, a mountain to climb for the championship. And there it is, the magic number for India, 348 to win. Chasing a target this huge in a final puts an unbelievable amount of psychological pressure on you before you even face a single delivery. And you could just feel that pressure from ball one. India's chase pretty much stumbled before it ever got going. You know, Pakistan's bowlers were so fired up from that huge total, they came out and just applied relentless pressure, giving the Indian batters absolutely no room to breathe. And yeah, that shaky start, it very quickly turned into a full-blown inevitable collapse. Let's take a look at how India's chase just completely unraveled under all that scoreboard pressure and a really disciplined Pakistani attack. So here is the story of what happened. It all started with that early pressure we talked about. But then, and this is so crucial in any big chase, they couldn't build any partnerships. Not at all. Instead, the wickets just fell in clusters. You know how it is? They'd lose one and then boom, another would follow right after. And the end result of all that? All out. Now, while Minhas was the hero with the bat, this victory was definitely secured by a real team effort with the ball. I mean, look at this. The wickets were shared all around. Ali Raza led the way with 4, which is fantastic. But then you have Sayam, Subhan, and Ahsan all chipping in with 2 each. It was just a collective, dominant performance from everyone. And this was the brutal result of all that relentless pressure. India all out for just 156. Now put that number right next to Pakistan's 347, and the gap between the two teams, it's not a gap, it's a chasm. The entire story of the match is right there in those two numbers. So let's wrap this up. After a performance like that, Pakistan's dominant victory was sealed. The champions were crowned in Dubai, and they did it in the most emphatic style you could possibly imagine. I mean, the final scorecard just paints such a stark picture. Pakistan, 347 for 8, using up all their 50 overs, and India, all out for 156 in just a little over half that time. It's a tale of two completely different innings and a completely one-sided final. The official result is just staggering. Pakistan under-19s won by 191 runs. A margin of victory like that is something you almost never see in a final between two top teams. This wasn't just a win, it was a powerful statement. And to absolutely nobody's surprise, there was only one person who was ever going to be named player of the match for that century. But what's even more telling is that Sameer Minhas was also named player of the series. He didn't just show up and win the final, he completely owned the entire tournament. Which, of course, brings us all the way back to that question we started with. Can one player's performance really decide a final? Well, in this case, I think the answer is a huge, resounding yes. A star is born, a trophy is won. And it leaves us with one last thing to think about. What does this epic final and this incredible performance signal for the next generation of cricket?